In 2025, Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, Cayman Islands, Dominica, Guyana, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Lucia and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All the action coming from their Tanteen netball courts.
It is a sunny Sunday afternoon in the Isle of Spice. Thank you so very much for joining us on the 9th and final day of the ECCB 5th International Netball Series. Wherever you're joining us from, we are happy to have you and honored that you can spend your afternoon with us here in the Isle of Spice. My name is Blossom Alexis Welsh. I'll be a commentator for this afternoon's matchup against Anguilla and Dominica. And I'll be ably accompanied by the lovely, the beautiful, the wonderful
Karen Celestine.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you have your drinks nearby, your popcorn nearby, because it's going to be an exciting final day of this tournament. So far, we've had competitive matches, and that's exactly what we expect as we close off this year's tournament. It has been wonderful so far, Karen. Tell us, from your point of view, how the past 8 days have been in terms of the level of netball that we've seen so far.
Well, Blossom, yes, it's good to be here this afternoon once again. It's lovely weather, as you said, and we thank God for this lovely weather that He's blessed us with.
Amen.
Over the past 8 days, we've seen a lot of netball. We've seen netball at a very high standard, and we've seen emerging talents, you know, from the likes of the countries like Guyana and even Anguilla and Montserrat. And we've seen the giants of netball, Barbados, St. Vincent, the Cayman Islands, who I think would have surprised some persons here at the Tanteen complex with the agility and the skill that they showcased over the last 8 days. But Cayman Islands has been a team that's been up and coming. And so, even though pleasantly surprised at what they've displayed here today. Barbados, no stranger to this tournament, and these types of tournaments, continue to excel and to show off their talents and their experience. And so we've seen over the 8 days, Blossoms, a mixture of experience and newbies, as we call them. So it has been great netball thus far.
I agree. There's never a match over the past 8 days. I haven't seen a match that I would say was boring. They've all been exciting, kept you at the edge of your seats, and that's exactly what we anticipate. There are 4 more games left in this tournament, 2 of which are about to shoot off moments away. On court 2, Antigua and Barbuda are facing off against Barbados. And if you'd like to catch that match, you can stick right here to this channel, ECCB Connect's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and you can catch that match, which is simultaneously broadcast with this one, which we are covering, which will see Anguilla coming up against the Commonwealth of Dominica. Karen, let's look at these 2 teams here. Both teams so far have contested 7 matches and have been on the losing end more than the winning end. According to the statistics, Anguilla have won 2 of their 7 matches. Dominica has won 1 of their 7 match. So what can we say about what we expect this afternoon? It won't make a difference to the top, let's say the top 5 contenders, but it will be competitive.
Yes, Blossom, I think to the teams, this is a very important game. I think all the games are important to each team, and it's another opportunity for them to see what they have, showcase what they have, to learn new techniques, put together new combinations, and to try out plans that they would have had, that they plan to showcase. And so this game is just as important as the other games to these teams.
What has been Dominica's strength, you think, so far this year?
Well, they have. I've seen some good shooting from them, and the center court too have been excellent, and so even the defense. So they have been trying throughout, and I think we're going to see some more good netball from them this evening.
And Anguilla, what has been their strong point?
Oh, I like the attacks with the Anguilla's team, and even the defenses. So I'm excited to see how this match turns out.
Well, the match has gotten underway with Anguilla taking the first center pass. It's just the first opening moments of this contest, and no team yet has gotten off the mark in terms of points. as they try to settle themselves and get into the groove of things. Dominica now with the pass, trying to get it down to their end of the court. A long pass to the wing defense. Continues into the shooting circle to the goal attack. Umpire blows for distance on the goalkeeper. The goal shooter takes a big step up, and Dominica first to get off the scoring table this afternoon.
And we've seen the defenses with getting those calls. Some of the shoots have kept them at bay.
Contact call on the goal defense. The goal shooter will make another attempt at goal, bringing Dominica to 2 points. Anguilla yet to score in this matchup, but it's still early. Just the opening moments of this game here. For those of you just tuning in, the Commonwealth of Dominica facing off Anguilla. This is the 9th and final day of the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. And Dominica so far have taken the early lead. 2 goals to Anguilla's 0. Dominica with the pass. Umpire blows. Game continues. The wing attack. A short pass there to the wing defense. Over to the center. Umpire calls for contact on Anguilla's wing attack. Dominica still with the pass. Goal attack. Looking to get it into the shooting circle. A nice bounce pass from the wing attack to the goal shooter. And she gets an advantage shot. Dominica up 3. Anguilla yet to score in this contest. Dominica now with the center pass. Just a moment as the umpire settles the peripheral of the court, ensuring that safety is upkept at all times. So just ensuring the perimeter of the court is free from any hazards that can affect play or any player here. Umpire blows and contact is called on the goal shooter for Dominica. Anguilla now takes possession of this one.
That was a long lob into her, but her positioning was incorrect, so it resulted in that contact against the goal shooter. And we see a lot of times the goal shooters, they're not holding those positions properly for the lob to get into the circle. So they will either contact or the defenses will contact them.
And there goes Anguilla with their first goal of this match here. Dominica still on 3. Anguilla with a pass. Contact call on the wing defense for Dominica. Anguilla still with possession here, but they're trying to get it into the circle. The goal shooter out of the circle as she tries to take control of that ball. Goal attack. Goal attack for Anguilla with the ball. She passes to the goal shooter. Umpire blows. Nice quick pass there to her goal shooter. She goes up and scores, taking Anguilla to 2. Dominica on 3. Dominica with the center pass. Over to her wing attack. Wing attack with a long pass to the goal attack, and she's blown for footwork.
That was a little more than pivoting. And she felt it. There was a smile on her face.
She went with the momentum, unfortunately.
Yes. And usually, as a player, you would feel those missteps.
Dominica blown for an infringement there, and Anguilla continues with the possession, trying to get it down to their side of the shooting third, trying to get a high lob to the goal shooter, but it was just a little too high. Umpire calls for the holding of time as the ball goes off court. Play resumes with Dominica in possession. Ball goes out of court again. Back to Anguilla with the possession. Interception there by the goal attack. Dominica 1 point ahead so far. 3 goals to Anguilla's 2. Contact is called on the goal defense. The goal attack with a lob to her goal shooter. She couldn't quite catch it, but the wing attack is there. And Dominica loses that one.
Yeah, it was just a little tap at a bounce pass, but she put so much effort into it, it went out of court.
And the players need to gauge how much strength is needed for a pass.
Yes, I noticed that throughout the tournament. Good ideas are these passes, but
the execution is another thing.
Execution of the passes.
Anguilla with the pass. The wing defense picks it up, passes it to the goal attack, who's out of the circle, the shooting circle. Contact is called on the goalkeeper for Dominica. Anguilla's goal shooter passes it outside, tries to get it to her wing attack, but it's knocked out of court. Anguilla still with possession at this stage. Into the circle to the goal attack, who's there to grab this one. She shoots a little too much energy, but Anguilla catches their rebound and converts. The scores are tied now, 3-all. Anguilla.
When the shoots go for the rebound so that they can get another chance.
Contact on Dominica's goal defense as the goal attack takes a step, passes it to the goal shooter, but the umpire blows for her to take the pass correctly. She steps up and tries her shot this time. The goal shooter catches it, and she converts for Anguilla. Now Anguilla takes the lead. 4 goals to Dominica's 3. Dominica with the center pass needs to respond at this stage. Don't want to let Anguilla get too far ahead. So they need to respond with a goal of their own as the ball goes out of court. Dominica still with possession here. Quick pass to the center. Nice beat there by the center and the goal attack.
Lovely coordination there by these two players.
Oh, yes. Getting their teamwork on the wraps here in this matchup.
Communication, and that's so important when you're playing these games, to be able to communicate well.
Communicate without
your teammates.
Verbally communicating?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you have to shout out, but she knew.
Anguilla with the ball down in there, shooting third. Try to get a lob to the goal attack. But there's a turnover there to Dominica. Let's see if Dominica can capitalize on Anguilla's slip up. Anguilla intercepts and takes back the pass. Wing defense over to her goal attack. Nice play between the shooter and the center. And the goal shooter nets another for Anguilla, taking them to 5. Dominica on 4. Dominica now with this center pass. Center to the wing attack. To the goal attack. Obstruction on the goalkeeper for Anguilla. The goal shooter will now have a penalty shot. She takes a big step and passes it to the goal attack. And she nets this one for Team Dominica. The scores are leveled on 5 in this matchup. It's the very first quarter of this game. And both teams are on level playing field as the scores are tied on 5. Anguilla with an opportunity to go up by 1. The goal shooter with a successful penalty shot takes Anguilla to 6.
And Blossom, we've seen the combination goal attack, goal shoot for the Anguillan team many times.
Contact call on Dominica's goal shooter right there. And it goes over to Anguilla. Ball goes out of court though.
I think that was an unnecessary interjection there by the wing defense, that she was late.
Anguilla with the pass. Wing attack looking into the circle. The goal shooter is out of the circle. Distance is called on the goalkeeper for Dominica. Anguilla will now have a penalty shot, which will be taken by the goal attack. Distance now on the goal defense. A little more oomph, and this one goes into the net. Anguilla now on 7, Dominica on 5. Dominica will make some quick changes to their 7, trying to find the right formula that can give them victory in this matchup. Changing the wing defense, the goalkeeper. The changes are in the defensive third, Karen, and you think that's where Dominica needs to make those changes?
Well, I think they need to settle and convert. They're getting opportunities to score. They're stealing turnovers, and they just have to convert. So maybe they have changed the shoot. So let's see. If that change, and they have converted one.
Converted one as the new goal shooter comes in, bringing Dominica to 6. Anguilla ahead on 7. The goal shooter bounces into the center as she gets closer to the pole, and it works for her as she nets another. Maybe so that is indeed the change Dominica needed.
Looks as if it was worthwhile.
Anguilla with the pass.
Paid off.
Wing defense to the center. Contact is called by the umpire on the goal attack for Dominica. Dominica intercepts footwork. Again, footwork causes turnovers. And that's not what you want at this point in the match.
In your goal third.
With the score leveled on 7, you want to ensure that you're precise and make little mistakes, if any. Dominica with possession now. Contact is called on the goal defense for Anguilla. Pass into the circle to the goal attack. Interception, but Dominica holds on to it. Ooh. Goal shoot loses out on catching that rebound. Umpire calls for the holding of time as the ball rolls over to court 2. When time resumes, when play resumes, Anguilla will pick up the pass. Scores are leveled on 7 apiece. Wing defense to the center. Goal attack outside of the shooting circle, and they lose the ball to Dominica's defense. And Dominica's bench not happy with that play there. A little too much strength in that lob.
Yeah, there was no one there. Literally no one.
No one there. The ball goes out of court. Possession moves to Anguilla. We can see why the bench is upset about that. Anguilla with the pass. Passing it back to her goalkeeper as she tries to give her teammates an opportunity to free up themselves. The ball unable to move out of the center third as the Anguillan players are yet to free themselves. They have an opportunity here with this penalty pass, but the ball goes out of court, and now Dominica will take possession. The goalkeeper will pick up the pass on the court. Passes it to the goal defense, over to the wing attack, to the center, to the goal attack. Into the shooting circle to the goal shooter. She's far from the pole though. But the goal attack makes it inside, catches the ball, and nets one for Dominica. Now they edge ahead. Regain the lead, 8-7. And it's Dominica's center pass. Let's see if they can go 2 up with this one. Your ball, your goal. Wing attack to the center. Center over to her goal attack. A nice quick pass to the goal shooter. Who scores this one? Dominica edging ahead on 9. Anguilla on 7. Center to the goal attack. Goal attack to the wing defense. Wing defense to the wing attack. Trying to get it into their shooting circle. The goal attack still outside. Assisting as best she can. Passes it back to the center. Center looking into the circle, but the goal shooter just can't seem to evade the goalkeeper. And with that 3-second penalty, Dominica now gets possession. What can they do with it?
Anguilla needs to open the play a bit and get themselves in position for their passes.
Goal attack goes up, and she shoots for Dominica. They are now officially into double figures. 10 to Anguilla's 7. Dominica with the center pass. Goal defense coming up to help. Over the head to the goal attack. Into the circle to the goal shooter. Contact is called on the goalkeeper. The goal shooter goes up and scores for Team Dominica, taking them to 11.
This goal shooter is positioning herself much better than the previous one, and they're able to get the ball into her.
Kudos to them for identifying that they needed to make that change early in the first quarter. Not giving Anguilla an opportunity to get too far ahead. Tries to get a long pass into Anguilla's shooting circle. She's unable to hold on to it, and Dominica now will try to take advantage of that. But they won't have a chance to, as the whistle blows, signaling the end of this first quarter encounter. Dominica and Anguilla locked in battle. Dominica ahead on 11, Anguilla on 7. Karen, 11-7. What's your thoughts on this goal as we speak, on the points?
Well, Anguilla started off pretty well. They had a command for a while, but I think they are squandering a lot of the opportunities for at goal. Their passes are not safe. They're not making themselves available. There is some jumbling up there in the goal third, around the goal circle, and so they will have to look at that and see how they can make those passes safely to their goals and score.
I want to talk a bit here about the Anguilla's goal attack. She is not making herself much available in the circle from what I can see here. She's more on the perimeter of the goal circle, assisting as best as she can. Do you think this is a strategy they should employ at this point?
Well, at times she is in the way of her goal shoot. Many times she brings her defense with her, so it's so crowded, nobody can see anywhere to pass the ball, and persons don't feel confident sending the ball in that crowd. So I think she has to work on that. I'm not sure if they're going to change what she plays defense as well. So let's see. In the past, they have changed at the end of the first quarter to make things a little better. They've changed their shoot and their defense, and let's see what changes they'll make. But they need to open up that play. They need to make themselves available, and they need to definitely convert some shots if they want to be back in this game.
Well, let's see what takes place when we come back for the second quarter. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break and come back with this contest. Dominica ahead on 11 to Anguilla's 7 is the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. We'll be right back.
ECCB Connects is the official handle of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. How do you know it's the ECCB? All posts and reactions made by the ECCB on social media will carry the username ECCB Connects and feature this profile picture. Other pages with the name Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, such as these, are not official pages. Like, subscribe, and follow us today. You'll know it's the ECCB by this profile pic and the handle at ECCB Connects.
Have you seen the Grenada 50? The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, in collaboration with the government of Grenada, issued the Grenada $50 note in July 2024 to commemorate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. The Grenada 50 is printed on polymer. It is the same size and includes similar security features as the current EC banknotes in circulation. This limited edition $50 banknote was issued exclusively in Grenada, but it can be used in any of the ECCB member countries. The Grenada $50 note is legal tender. This means that it can be used for any of your standard and over-the-counter business transactions.
And we are back. It's a tight battle here between Dominica and Anguilla. Dominica taking the early lead here in the first quarter, 11 to Anguilla's 7. Let's see what takes place in the second quarter here. Any changes, notable changes you've seen here? I see a change to Anguilla's goal shooter.
The goal attack went to play goal keep. The goal shoot went to goal attack. And they've brought in a new goal shoot.
So let's see how those changes will affect their game? And any changes for Dominica you've noticed?
Not necessarily. Not that I can see.
Yeah, I haven't been able to
I
spot.
think they're the same team.
I guess Dominica realizes that that formula might just work for them. So let's see what happens here. The goal attack for Anguilla goes up. She misses, and the goal defense for Dominica picks up the rebound. Dominica now with possession. Nice save there by the wing attack as she gets the ball into the circle to the goal shooter, who converts. First off the board in this quarter is Dominica, taking their score to 12. Anguilla on 7.
I thought a whistle would have gone with all those, but she was able to contain it.
She showed her agility and athleticism. Anguilla will take this penalty pass. The wing attack finds the goal attack. Goal attack over to the center. Center back to the goal attack. Back to the center. A lob over to the goal shooter. They manage to hold on to it. Goal attack misses there, and Dominica once again picks up their rebound, and Anguilla needs to go after their own
They're
rebounds.
not going for the rebounds. I noticed that. And they're accustomed to going for the rebounds, so
They're probably just not in the mood today.
it's day 9 of the tournament.
Anguilla with the pass, trying to convert their first goal of this quarter. She misses again, gets the rebound, misses a second time, gets her own rebound, goes up, misses again. 3 opportunities there to go up, but they miss out on it 3 times. Let's see if Dominica can capitalize on that mistake, and they do.
I can imagine what's going through her mind.
Taking Dominica to 13, and Anguilla still on 7. Umpire calls for an infringement, and Anguilla will take the pass. Center looking for free players, and she's blown for replay. The wing attack for Anguilla. Sorry, contact on the wing defense. My apologies. Dominica, as the ball goes out of court, Dominica takes this pass. The goalkeeper passes it to the center. Center with a pass to the goal defense. To the wing attack. To the goal attack. They're almost not facing any opponents, the Dominicans. The
ball goes up freely.
Goes up freely, and they take advantage of that, scoring another one, taking them to 14. Anguilla yet to score in this quarter. Let's see if they can do that with their own center pass. Wing attack steals that one from them, gets it down to their shooting circle, hoping to capitalize, and they're successful, stealing that pass from Team Anguilla. Dominica, now on 15 as they make a change to their center. Dominica 15, Anguilla 7. And play advances in favor of Anguilla.
And Anguilla continues to get a number of opportunities.
They're just unable to hold on to it. Case in point.
But they're rewarded with it again. Thank God. We can
Hopefully,
say thank you.
Hopefully
to the
they can capitalize.
They can use this one again.
Wing defense to the center. Anguilla in possession, trying to get off the table here. Unable to do so as the ball goes out of court. And possession now moves to Dominica. Center with a nice lob there into the shooting circle to the goal shooter. And she nets another one. 16, Dominica. Anguilla, 7. Anguilla with the center pass here. And they need this one if they are to make any meaningful defense in this game. Passes to her goal attack. The goal attack goes up. And now Anguilla have scored their first goal of the quarter, taking them to 8. Dominica are 8 points ahead on 16.
They have 3 seconds with the ball before you pass it. So I think Anguilla needs to take their time, look around for their players.
Dominica moves one up to 17 as Anguilla makes a change to their center. Resting the starter. Bringing in fresh legs. Let's see if this can help them. They need all the help they can get as they trail behind by 9 points here. Anguilla with the pass. Into the circle. Goal defense goes up. Intercepts. Anguilla takes it outside. Short pass from the goal shooter to the goal attack. And she nets this one, taking them to 9.
Sensible pass.
That was a sensible one. Short and not much effort was needed there. Dominica, center to the goal attack. Getting it down to the shooting circle. Nice interception there by Anguilla. Putting up some strong defense as the ball goes out of court. Dominica maintains possession though. And a nice long pass to the goal shooter. Still able to complete that pass and make it successful. Dominica 18, Anguilla 9. Anguilla. Anguilla's wing attack with the pass over to the center. Center to the goal attack. Back to the center, looking for someone to free themselves. Bounce pass into the circle to the goal shooter. Just could not hold on to that one as it goes out of court.
Just a little too much. I think she was moving, and so she couldn't jump up to get to collect that pass.
Dominica with it. Some long passes down to their shooting third. And it's a penalty shot there for the goal shooter of Dominica as they move to 19. 10 clear ahead of Anguilla. Dominica with the center pass, advantage passing. Wing attack to the goal attack. Nice lob to the goal shooter. She snatches it out of the air, goes up and in. Dominica now on 20. Anguilla trailing behind on 9, yet to get to double figures. Can they do that with the center pass? Nice interception there by the wing defense from Dominica. They steal this one. Getting it down to their shooting circle. Goal shooter takes a big step and she nets another.
And even though Dominica has only won one game, the shooting accuracy is pretty high. So the shoots, they are really showing up what they can do.
Dominica blown for footwork there. Goalkeeper for Anguilla takes the penalty pass. Over to the goal defense. Goal defense over to the wing attack. Wing attack to the center. Center looking at the circle. No one's there. The goal attack makes a move. Goes up and shoots and misses. She seems frustrated with herself that she's missing.
She has to tell herself she can do it. She has to motivate herself along with her teammates, and I'm sure her goal shoot is motivating her there.
The ball from the Barbados-Antigua game rolls into the court, causing the umpire to hold time, but play resumes here with Anguilla in possession. Hopefully they can net one from this pass here and bring themselves into double figures. She misses and the goal defense for Dominica picks up the penalty.
Oh, good interception.
Anguilla gets another chance here. Goal shooter trying to settle herself and bring herself closer to the pole. Passes it to the goal attack and she's successful this time around. Anguilla finally into double figures here. 10 to Dominica to 21. Anguilla with the pass. Ball goes out of court. Sorry, a penalty. Penalty pass for the center. And that was 3 seconds as counted by the umpire. A nice steal there.
But both shoots are out of commission.
Need to make it count. Don't do all that work for nothing. And she makes it count. Nice. the goal shooter for Anguilla, taking them to 11. Dominica on 21. The center for Dominica. Up with the pass. Nice lob, but a little too high there for the goal shooter, as she's double teamed by the keeper and the defense. Anguilla picks it up as it goes out of court. Goes out of court again. And Anguilla repossesses the pass. Contact is called there on the center for Dominica. Anguilla still with the ball. Center passes it backward, giving her teammates an opportunity to free themselves. Dominica now takes this one.
I think there was a little confusion.
There was a little confusion with the whistles.
Yes.
Trying to figure out which whistle is yours. That can be challenging for the players here with the courts so close to each other. So you need to be paying attention to the umpire whistle as well as your teammates. It can be a challenge for you. Anguilla with the pass. Wing attack. Looks in the circle, sends it into the hands of the goalkeeper for Dominica. And the ball goes out of court. Anguilla will pick up this pass. Anguilla 10 points behind Dominica, 21-11. Dominica with an interception there. Getting it down to their circle. The goal shooter snatches it, shoots up, and it goes in. 22 for Dominica, 11 for Anguilla. Dominica with the center pass. Goal attack, sending it into no man's land as it rolls out of court. Anguilla with the pass. Gets it to the goal shooter. She's a little distance from the pole. Tries to settle herself with a long shot. Misses. And the keeper once again picks up the rebound for Dominica. Nice play there by the Dominicans. Anguilla can't keep up as Dominica moves to 23. Anguilla is on 11. Anguilla with the center pass. Center looking for somebody. Finds her wing defense.
Anguilla has to move on. They can't let Dominica get such a large lead. It will be very difficult to come back and win this game.
Contact call on Dominica's wing defense. Anguilla with this penalty pass. Wing attack.
Oh, that's an accident.
Contact on the goal defense. Anguilla still with possession. The goal attack takes a sidestep. Not sure if that was an attempt at goal or a pass, but either way the goal shooter picks it up and she scores.
Yes. So eventually a goal resulted.
That's all that matters here. Goals. Dominica, long pass over to the wing attack. Just about holds it, but she's blown for replay. And Anguilla gets an opportunity here. What will they do with it? Nice touch by Dominica's wing defense. Still Anguilla's ball. Trying to get it somebody. Loses it to Dominica. Another overturn there. And Dominica's goal shooter does what she's there to do. And that score. Taking them to 24 as Anguilla is 12 behind on 12. Anguilla with the center pass. And she's blown for footwork. Dominica now takes possession of this one. Gets it into the circle. Interception there. Nicely done. Nicely done there by the goal defense of Anguilla. Able to intercept that pass. Breaking Dominica's momentum.
Dominica is not wasting any time.
Not at all. Contact blown there on Dominica. Anguilla still with possession, but the ball rolls out of court, and now Dominica gets an opportunity back. Now they get it safely into the hands of their goal shooter, and she takes her team to 25. Anguilla 12. Is the second quarter of this matchup is the ECCB International Netball Series, the 9th and final day of this grueling tournament for the teams. So these teams are into their final matches.
But they're able to steal. They have stolen a lot of passes from the Dominican team. They're not finishing off.
Not finishing the efforts
with goals. So they have to settle. They really need to settle and bring up that goal, cut down that lead Dominica has, and if they want any chance at a win here today.
And there goes the final whistle for the quarter. That brings us into halftime. Dominica taking early control and maintaining that lead with 25 goals to Anguilla's 12. Karen, looking at the stats at this point, Dominica was able to net 14 goals in this quarter alone. Anguilla, on the other hand, could only manage 5. So we see Dominica taking control.
And they have really restricted their opponents here this afternoon. And Anguilla, on the other hand, everything seems to be going wrong in the center as well as in the shooting circle. The shoots seem to be not converting as they're accustomed to. So they have to really motivate themselves on the court. You can't wait until the end of the quarter so that you can be motivated by your coach and your manager. But on the court, tell yourself, come on, I'm not going to make this mistake again. I'm going to pass my ball safely. I'm going to go towards the ball and receive safely. And I think each player has to do that.
Looking at Anguilla, like you mentioned just a short while ago, they're able to steal and intercept a lot of Dominica's passes. The center court is doing what they need to do to get it down to their shooting third. But when it gets into the hands of the goal shooter and the goal attack, they're not able to convert those passes. Do you think it's confidence or fatigue?
I do not think it's confidence, because we've seen these shoots before. They've performed. They have converted many shots, and I think maybe they're tired. It's the end of the tournament, and sometimes a little lacking focus, because they're thinking, oh, we're playing a team that's ranked higher than we are, and they would have looked at them play throughout the tournament. So they need to boost themselves. They need to motivate themselves and talk to themselves. Encourage themselves on the court.
Well, there's a halftime break here in this matchup. Dominica well ahead on 25 to Anguilla's 12. Is a halftime break. Let's take a quick word from our title sponsors, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. And when we come back, we get into the third quarter of this contest. Stay right here. ECCB Connects.
We have exciting news. ECCB Connects now has a WhatsApp channel. Follow us and stay in the loop with our latest videos, photos, and updates. It's simple. Just search for ECCB Connects in your WhatsApp Updates tab and get connected with all things ECCB. ECCB Connects. Who we are, what we do, and how we serve you.
Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. The sky isn't even the limit. Girl power has us all in it. We surely making our mark, shining a light in the dark. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Yeah. We've healed the scars, now we're shooting stars, not just here for the ride. Moving with decency and pride. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Women of the Caribbean, yeah, rising higher. So let me hear you say yeah, one more yeah out there, yeah. Daughters, mothers, sisters, rising higher.
ECCB Connects is the official handle of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. How do you know it's the ECCB? All posts and reactions made by the ECCB on social media will carry the username ECCB Connects and feature this profile picture. Other pages with the name Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, such as these, are not official pages. Like, subscribe, and follow us today. You'll know it's the ECCB by this profile pic and the handle at ECCB Connects.
Have you seen the Grenada 50? The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, in collaboration with the government of Grenada, issued the Grenada $50 note in July 2024 to commemorate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence. The Grenada 50 is printed on polymer. It is the same size and includes similar security features as the current EC banknotes in circulation. This limited edition $50 banknote was issued exclusively in Grenada, but it can be used in any of the ECCB member countries. The Grenada $50 note is legal tender. This means that it can be used for any of your standard and over-the-counter business transactions.
We have exciting news. ECCB Connects now has a WhatsApp channel. Follow us and stay in the loop with our latest videos, photos, and updates. It's simple. Just search for ECCB Connects in your WhatsApp Updates tab and get connected with all things ECCB. ECCB Connects. Who we are, what we do, and how we serve you.
Yeah, yeah. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. The sky isn't even the limit. Girl power has us all in it. We surely making our mark, shining a light in the dark. Oh. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Yeah. We've healed the scars, now we're shooting stars, not just here for the ride. Moving with decency and pride. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Women of the Caribbean, yeah, rising higher. So let me hear you say yeah.
It's the third quarter. Dominica and Anguilla locked in battle. Dominica ahead 26-12. (26-13), correction. Dominica with a chance here to go up even further. And they do just that, starting the quarter with a goal.
Go into that crowd and collect that ball. That was a pass into the crowd there, and she was able to cleanly receive it and convert.
Contact call there on the goalkeeper for Dominica. Anguilla with the pass. I see Anguilla with at least one change in their goal attack. Bringing in some fresh legs to their lineup. Let's see if this can make a difference for them as they try to make a dent here in the deficit. But Dominica's goal shooter is going to make that difficult as she nets another one, taking Dominica to 28. Anguilla with an opportunity here. but they lose out on it. And Dominica takes this pass, this penalty pass. Long pass over to the goal attack, who's in the center third. Center, long lob there to the goal shooter. But the goal defense is blown for distance. The goal shooter goes up and she nets another one. It's 29 for Team Dominica, 14 for Anguilla. Dominica with the center pass. A little too much strength in that pass and Dominica loses out. And here's Anguilla hoping to capitalize on this slip up. Nice lob. The goal shooter just could not reach it. But they managed to hold on to the possession here as the umpire blows for contact. Here comes Anguilla's goal attack. She pushes, rolls around the rim and does what needs to be done.
Thankfully it went in.
And that's going to the net. Anguilla on 15 now to Dominica's 29. Let's see if Anguilla can make it 16 with this pass. It's not to be as the goalkeeper intercepts. Ooh. Contact by the goal defense here. Anguilla with an opportunity to score. Hopefully they can net this one. It's been tough for them, trailing behind by 14 points.
Somebody is totally free in that circle. Could have been 1-2 into the circle.
Goal shooter manages to hold on and scores. 16 Anguilla, 29 Dominica. Dominica with the center pass over to the goal attack. Goal attack to the center. Center into the circle to the goal attack. She steps up, shoots, misses, but contact is called on the goal defense. And the goal shooter will make an attempt at this. She misses as well. Contact on the goalkeeper. And now the goal shooter converts, taking them to 30 to Anguilla's 16. Anguilla with the pass. Couldn't hold on to it. Just could not hold on to that one. And Dominica now hoping to capitalize.
Anguilla cannot afford to make any mistakes or make too many mistakes during this quarter.
Not at all, not even a little bit. Ball goes out and Anguilla now with the pass. Goal defense has it. She gets the goal attack. Back to the goal defense. Goal attack not in the shooting circle. Helping out in the center court. Now she makes her way to the shooting circle. And the goal shooter is blown for footwork for Anguilla. Dominica now gets another opportunity. Nice lob there to the goal shooter. Contact on the goal defense. Goal shooter misses that one. Contact again on Anguilla's defense. The goal attack makes her own attempt this time and gets Dominica to 31. Dominica with their own center pass. What can they do with it? Center finds her goal attack. Into the circle to the goal shooter. A lob back to the goal shooter as she gets closer to the pole. She nets another one, 32. It's a 16-point lead here, 32 to 16. Anguilla needs to reduce that deficit.
And the defenses are working. They're trying to get around the shoots, but they don't always do.
Contact called on Dominica's goal shooter. Anguilla now takes this penalty pass, trying to make it up to their shooting third. Goal defense with a long pass to the goal attack who's out of the circle. She makes her way in there now, the goal shooter. Accepts it. Goal shooter, it bounces off the rim. And the goalkeeper for Dominica picks up the rebound. Another failed opportunity there for Anguilla. Let's see if Dominica can capitalize on this one. The center into the circle to the goal shooter.
Well placed. Well placed.
The defense did not even have a chance to react to that pass as the goal shooter nets another one. They're double teaming the goal shooter now, leaving the goal attack free Let's see what they can do now with this overturn. This turnover. Looking for a free man. She passes it backward to the wing defense. Tries to get it into the circle. It slips out of her hand, and Dominica now in possession. Let's see what happens here. Dominica in the center court gets it down to their shooting third. The center finds the goal attack. As the goalkeeper and the goal defense double teams the goal shooter. The goal attack steps up to the plate and nets another one, taking them to 34, while Anguilla is behind on 16. Anguilla here. And we see Dominica's defense doing the same thing, double teaming the goal shooter. Anguilla with possession. Into the circle to the goal shooter. A quick pass to the goal attack. She makes an attempt at goal. And she scores. That was a smooth one.
Shot.
That was a smooth one. Dominica with the pass now. Center to the goal attack. Back to the center. Interception there by the goalkeeper. Nicely timed by the Anguillan goalkeeper as she gives her team a chance here to score. Gets it down to the shooting third. Distance is blown on the wing defense for Dominica. Anguilla still with possession. It was intercepted, but they maintain that possession. Gets it to the goal shooter. Tries to get her goal attack, and that's where the mistake happens. When they try these quick passes and do not attempt a goal at least. They're making too many passes in the shooting circle.
She was looking for that pass.
She probably thought
you have to be always on the alert.
She probably thought her goal shooter would attempt at least.
I think she fell, and so she was not fully recovered. As a matter of fact, she's still in some pain.
Anguilla with another opportunity here. Wing attack to the center, to the goal attack, back to the center. Into the circle to the goal shooter. She goes up and she nets.
That was a sensible, lovely, sensible pass into the goal shooter.
Dominica making a quick change to their wing attack. Bringing in some rested legs. She was on the court at the beginning of the game. Took a rest at the start of the third, and she's back in play now. The wing attack for Dominica. Anguilla has possession though. 3-second violation there by team Anguilla. So Dominica gets this pass. Tries to get it to the goal attack. She does so. A big leap. And the pass to the goal shooter. She scores for team Dominica, taking them to 35. Anguilla on 18. Dominica with a pass. Nice play by the goal attack as the umpire blows the goalkeeper for contact. Passes it to the goal shooter. She goes up and in. Dominica really stepping up here on the lead. It's an 18-point lead. 36-18 for team Dominica. Anguilla with the ball, hoping to be able to score. Distance is called there on the keeper for Dominica. Anguilla gets a penalty shot. The goal attack goes up and she scores. Nicely done. Anguilla on 19 now. Dominica. Not much defense there for Dominica as they make some successful passes, and the goal shooter brings them to 37 in this matchup. Anguilla with a pass.
And the goal shooter, she has been pretty accurate throughout the game. Very consistent shooting from her.
And you can see why they brought her into this match. She didn't start on the starting 7, but they realized they needed that accuracy in the shooting circle, and it's been working for them. Anguilla Trying, but the ball goes out of court. Long pass there to the center third. Just wasn't meant to be. Nobody could hold on to it, and it goes out of court. Anguilla now takes it from outside, passes it into the wing defense. Anguilla. Interception there by Team Dominica. Even though they were ahead, they're not letting off the gas at all. Dominica still with it, hoping to capitalize. Nice pivot there in the air by the goal attack. While they double team the goal shooter, the goal attack is filling the void or lack thereof.
Dominica is looking for their second win of the tournament. So they would not let up at all. And they would want to have a commanding victory here today over Anguilla.
It seems that's the mission, and they're well on their way to doing just that with this 18-point lead that they have here against Anguilla. Losing out on that opportunity a short while ago, but the wing defense gets it back for them. Ooh, a little too strong, a little too high from the wing attack. And the ball rolls onto court 2. Umpire holds time as they retrieve the ball. When play resumes, the goal attack for Anguilla takes it from off court into the wing defense. Intercept straight into the hands, actually. That's not even an interception. That's straight
I was just saying, that was a dangerous
center.
bounce pass across the circle there. That could have easily been intercepted by the goal attack if she was paying attention. She was not paying attention at the time, and she redeemed herself later on.
And Dominica made it count, taking them to 38 with that mistake. Anguilla with possession. Short pass to the goal defense. Getting it to their shooting third. It's time to get it into their shooting circle now. Umpire blows for distance on Dominica, on the goalkeeper. The goal shooter has a penalty shot. She passes it to the goal attack. Goal attack goes up and in. Anguilla making it to 20 in this third quarter here. Dominica still well ahead on 38. Anguilla with an opportunity here to go up to 21. Ooh, just could not hold on to that pass there from her center. And the ball goes out of court. Dominica now with this one. Long passes. Anguilla able to get this one. Steals this one from Team Dominica. Into the shooting circle, the goal attack goes. She passes it outside as she's not confident. They get it to the goal shooter. She misses, and Dominica picks up the rebound. The goal attack really playing here in the 2/3 that she has. Big step up. She goes up and in.
Dominica is taking every opportunity given to them.
They're really stamping their dominance here. As the umpire blows for the end of the third quarter, Dominica ahead, 39-20. It's a 19-point lead here for the Commonwealth, and they're doing what needs to be done to see that they get their second victory of this competition. Karen, what are we thinking about the score? 39-20?
Well, as we started off at the beginning, we didn't think it would have gotten like as such a wide margin in Dominica's favor. Anguilla was really going at it. They were giving them a run for their money. They were evenly matched with them in terms of the scoring, but somehow they faltered and they fell behind and they stayed behind. I think the passing has betrayed them. Being available for passes as well. So they're just passing the ball. They're not playing, seemingly they're not playing with the aim of getting it to the circle. It's my ball. I win the ball up in the opposing third, I want to get it out of there as quickly as possible. They keep playing it around as the Dominicans are pressuring them. They're not there, so they need to get out of that and get the ball out of there, because one simple mistake and it results in a goal for the other team, as we have been seeing. Dominica, on the other hand, they have to continue to put the pressure on and continue to convert their shots.
It's a tight battle here at the end of the third quarter. Team Dominica ahead 39 to Anguilla's 20. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this match here. It's one of the final matches of the 5th ECCB International Netball Series. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the fourth and final quarter, Dominica and Anguilla.
Yeah, yeah. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. The sky isn't even the limit. Girl power has us all in it. We surely making our mark, shining a light in the dark. Oh. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Yeah. We've healed the scars, now we're shooting stars, not just here for the ride. Moving with decency and pride. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Women of the Caribbean, yeah, rising higher. So let me hear you say yeah, one more yeah out there, yeah. Daughters, mothers, sisters, rising higher.
ECCB Connects is the official handle of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. How do you know it's the ECCB? All posts and reactions made by the ECCB on social media will carry the username ECCB Connects and feature this profile picture. Other pages with the name Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, such as these, are not official pages. Like, subscribe, and follow us today. You'll know it's the ECCB by this profile pic and the handle.
It's the fourth and final quarter. The Commonwealth of Dominica dominating this contest here against Anguilla, 39-20. Anguilla starts off with the center pass. Let's see what takes place as we wind down this matchup. Nice take there by the goalkeeper for Dominica.
That pass should not have gone there at all. The goal shooter was on the other side.
Dominica's goal attack attempts at a goal, but she misses. Anguilla picks up the rebound. Playing it around, but it's stolen there by the wing defense.
Casual playing. You will always make mistakes when you play casually.
Umpire blows and possession now moves back to Anguilla. Interception back to Dominica. It's been a long back and forth rally, but Dominica breaks that with a goal, the first goal of the fourth quarter, taking them to 40. They have another opportunity here, making it 41. Anguilla with the center pass. Bounce pass to the goal attack. Tries to get it to the wing attack. Contact is called on the wing defense for Dominica. Anguilla still with possession. Center looking for someone in the circle. Couldn't find anyone, so she passes it to the wing attack. to the goal shooter. She's far from the pole. Tries to get it to the goal attack, but it passes through her hands and goes off court. Infringement called on the goal defense. Nice slick pass there to the goal shooter. She goes up and misses. Dominica picks up the rebound. Goal attack to the center. Center to the goal attack. As the goal defense and the goalkeeper double teams the goal shooter. But it still doesn't work for them as she's able to get her hands on this ball. Umpire blows for an infringement on Team Dominica. Goes out of court. Anguilla takes this pass. Umpire blows for holding time as we get the stray ball back to court 2. Game resumes. Anguilla in possession. Interception there by Dominica. Contact is called on Dominica's goal attack. Anguilla picks up the pass. Goal defense to the wing attack to the center. Contact is called on the goal defense for Dominica. Anguilla picks up the pass. Goal shooter with a short pass to the goal attack. She goes up and she shoots and scores. 21 to Anguilla, 41 to Team Dominica. Losing out on that opportunity as umpire blows for an infringement. Anguilla takes this penalty pass and the ball is knocked off court. Still Anguilla's ball. The goal defense. Goalkeeper gets it to the goal shooter. She's not in the shooting circle though. The goal attack is. She gets this ball. Contact is called on the goal defense. Anguilla's goal attack goes up and she scores. 22 to Anguilla, 41 to Dominica. Anguilla center pass here.
The goal attack seems to be in some discomfort there.
I think she got a knock with that contact. But she plays on. Goal shooter goes up and scores. Anguilla have netted 3 this quarter. Dominica 2 this quarter. Dominica with the ball. A lob to the goal shooter. Penalty shot, which she converts. Anguilla with the center pass. Nice play there. Nicely done.
She made herself available.
Unfortunate that they can't convert.
They need to fight for the rebound. The defenses would not let that happen. They are waiting for it.
Dominica with this opportunity now. Loses out to Anguilla. Anguilla needs to capitalize on this opportunity that they've been given. Penalty pass. Trying to get it into the circle. Finds the goal attack. The goal attack. She aims. She shoots. She scores. 24 to Anguilla. 42 to Dominica. Dominica with the pass. Finds the goal attack. Nicely played and nicely saved by the goal attack. Gets it back to the goal shooter. She goes up and scores. Nicely played there. Team Dominica. Not resting on this lead that they have here. Just under 9 minutes left in the quarter.
Yes, they would want to at least cross the 50 mark.
Advantage shot there for Team Anguilla as they get to 25. Dominica on 43. Let's set some goals for the team. Let's see if Anguilla can get to 30 and Dominica to 50.
Yeah, they certainly have sufficient time to do that.
Anguilla with an off-court pass. Long pass to the center. Into the goal shooter. She's a little distance from the pole, so she's not comfortable. Passes it to the goal attack. Back to the goal shooter. She goes up and in for Team Anguilla. 26-43. Dominica well ahead here, with just under 8 minutes left in this contest. Anguilla with the ball. Bounce pass to the goal shooter. She bounce passes to the goal attack. Goal attack goes up and she nets it.
And both the shoots at times they're making it difficult to get the ball into the circle to them, because they sometimes both are at the top of the circle. There's nobody to pass it to. The spacing is not correct, so they will have to decide to take sides so that each other can have clear paths that they can travel.
Anguilla is outscoring Dominica in this quarter. They've netted 7 in this quarter so far. Dominica netted only 4 in this quarter so far. But would it be a little too late for Anguilla with this surge? Let's see what happens. They still have 6+ minutes left in this game. Dominica with this pass.
They will have to cut down on the number of passes
and turnovers.
So from the center passes, bam, bam, 2 passes into the goal circle and score. They will have to hustle a few passes.
Contact call on Dominica's wing defense. Anguilla still with the ball. Goal shooter. Umpire calls for contact on the goalkeeper for Dominica. The goal shooter will take this penalty. She passes it to the goal attack. Goal attack goes up and she scores. 28 now for Team Anguilla to Dominica's 43.
They need to get it in.
Ooh. Contact on the goal defense. Anguilla still with this possession here. The goal attack will take this penalty shot. She takes a step. Bounces around the rim and out. The goalkeeper for Dominica picks up the rebound. Dominica moving it up to their shooting third. Goal attack not in the circle. Finds the center. Center finds the goal attack again as the goal defense and the goalkeeper double teams the goal shooter. But it doesn't work for them as she uses her height to her advantage and takes her team to 44.
And that ball just went down freely unchallenged by Anguilla. They did not challenge it at all.
Their defense players are not defending, but they managed to steal this one.
Yes.
Anguilla needs to safely get this ball down. Nice take there by the goal attack.
Lovely save by the goal attack, because that one was going pretty high.
A little too much strength in that attempt, and it falls into the hands of the goalkeeper for Dominica. And they now have an opportunity to net this ball. The goal shooter goes up and she scores. 45 to Dominica. 28 to Anguilla. Team Dominica with 2 changes here. The wing defense, a new wing defense comes in. And a new wing attack comes in for Team Dominica. Already ahead, but still bringing in some fresh legs for the final moments, the final 4 minutes or so of this match. Wing defense tries to get it to the wing attack, intercepted by the wing defense who's blown for contact. Goal shooter bounces to the goal attack. Contact is called on the goal defense. Goal attack tries to passes it to the goal shooter. Unnecessary pass.
The passes are so obvious. The defenses are able to read the passes. So if you're going to make a little tricky pass like that, it doesn't have to be as obvious as they're making it.
Anguilla. Ooh, with an opportunity here. Tripping over the goalkeeper who fell just a short while ago. And the goal shooter steps up to the plate this time and nets one for her team. Another change there for Dominica as the goal defense returns to the field, returns to the court. For Team Dominica, they're ahead 45-29 in this matchup against Anguilla. Will she make it 46 with this one? Distance is called on Anguilla. The goal shooter will make another attempt. It's a penalty shot. And she nets it 46.
Great.
Anguilla
Dominica continues to dominate.
Umpire advancing the play here following an infringement by Dominica's wing defense. Into the circle. Dominica picking up this rebound here, hoping to take advantage of the opportunity. Wing attack into the circle, a nice lob to the goal shooter, using her height again, taking them to 47. Less than 2 minutes to go. Dominica with it. Nice play there by the goal attack. She goes up and in. Nicely done. 48 for Team Dominica, 29 for Team Anguilla. And the lights are on as the sun goes down over the horizon in sweet Isle of Spice. It's the final night of the ECCB International Netball Series, and Dominica's goal attack is blown for footwork. And possession now moves to Anguilla.
In the circle already, and good save by the goal shoot.
Nice
Rewarded
save
with
there.
a shot.
And
It's a goal.
Anguilla gets to 30
Oh yes.
with less than a minute to go. Let's see what Dominica does with this pass here. Contact is called on Anguilla. So Dominica will get a penalty shot when the ball comes back. She passes to the goal shooter. Distance is called on the defense for Anguilla. And the goal shooter makes it 49 for Team Dominica. Anguilla on 30. Anguilla with the center pass here in the final seconds of this contest. Interception by Dominica.
You know, Blossom, I'm not even sure if the players are looking at the countdown clock. It's right there, visible to them, but I'm not sure if they're looking at it.
I don't think so, or else they'll play with more urgency.
Yes.
But that whistle signals the end of this matchup here. Dominica coming away with the win, their second win of this tournament, winning 49 to Anguilla's 30. A fitting end to both teams' campaigns as they started this one with hopes held high. And they bring the curtains down on the 9th and final day of this contest. Karen, your thoughts on the overall game as Dominica comes out victorious?
And I think it was a good win for Dominica. Anguilla put up a good fight at the beginning, but for the rest of the match, Dominica dominated in every way, fashion. Their style of passing, their pass choices, and their conversion of shots. So I think these two somewhat evenly matched teams gave us a good show this afternoon. I'm sure that Anguilla, it was not the result they were looking for, because you could have tell that you could have told that as the way they started off playing today. But nevertheless, it was not to be for them this time around. They'll have to go back to the drawing board, work on their passes, their getting free, their shots, practice their shots, and the choice of passes. That showed up really on this during this tournament for these teams. And so it's back to the drawing board. They have sufficient time to rewind and come again and empower themselves and strengthen their team for the next tournament coming up.
Dominica really came out with the intention to win. They did just that, going home, ending their final match with a win. I think that can boost their confidence.
Oh, yes.
Despite more losses than wins, but
yes,
at least
it's good to end the tournament with a win. I think most teams will want to do that. I think everybody will want to play unbeaten, but there has to be a winner, there has to be a loser. So kudos to Dominica here this afternoon, and we say well done, Anguilla. Come again next time.
And let's see, they have 365 days to prepare for next year's tournament, God's will. So they have some time to review the tapes, and these matches will be left up on the ECCB Connect's social media. That's the YouTube channel and the Facebook pages. So even you, our viewers, not just Team Anguilla, but you, the viewers, you can always go back to these matches, take in some of the action from your favorite teams, your favorite players, and just take in what has been such competitive netball this year.
And good sportswomanship, good camaraderie. You see the girls hugging after the game, and that's another important aspect of this tournament. We want the ladies to have fun. We want them to enjoy the tournament. We want them to build friendships and network and build the game of netball throughout the Caribbean here.
Exactly. That's what we want to happen, and that's what we've been seeing over the past 9 days. Kudos to these teams coming out here powerful, putting on competitive games and not leaving us wanting more, because we can see them putting their all on the field. And just getting an update from President Liebert Alexander, confirming our scores.
49-30. And on court 2, Barbados versus Antigua and Barbuda. Barbados won 62-23. So congratulations to Dominica on winning their game on court 1, and Barbados likewise on court 2. Our upcoming games, which you're going to see shortly, we will be looking at Cayman Islands and St. Lucia on court 1. And on court 2, we would see the battle between Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
So that's the update from President Liebert Alexander as we wrap up this broadcast here from Tanteen St. George's. The end of the game here between Dominica and Anguilla. Dominica coming out victorious 49-30. Congratulations to both teams for their showing in this tournament. Final thoughts, Ms. Karen?
Well, it has been a wonderful tournament thus far. We have seen 10 teams in action. I think one team has already left, Guyana, but we did see a good showing from Guyana, who has been absent from Caribbean netball for a while. So we are looking forward to getting some more from them. And I think all the teams here in St. George's for this ECCB 5th netball tournament has given us a good display. The coaches, they've worked hard, they've come here, they've showcased the girls, they have given us a good display, and it's back to the drawing board for everyone, because no matter how good you are, there's always room for improvement. So I hope that they would have taken down their notes, they would have noted all the things that they needed to improve upon, and would go back to the drawing board and work on these things.
And before we wrap up this broadcast, let's head on down to our field reporter, Stacey Ann Lake. She has one of the managing staff of the Team St. Vincent, the defending champions, and I think it's safe to say they've won the title again. So let's go down to hear from her.
We're here with with Coach Natasha Batiste, who is also the president of Netball St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Coach Batiste, what were your preparations like coming into this tournament?
Well, we started a bit late with our preparations. Usually we begin 10 months, 11 months out, away from the competition. But this year we only were able to put in 8 months of preparation, and that involved fitness, conditioning, and then when we got closer to the tournament, we focused on game specifics because our ladies can play netball. But if we get them fit, we know that we can tie everything together.
Now, 8 months is a very short time to actually prepare for such a big tournament. So if you were to highlight just one of the major challenges you had in your preparation, what would that be?
Well, I won't say it's a challenge, but we had a longer national tournament this year, and most of the girls were involved in that tournament at our elite level. Additionally to that, we have work and other commitment that came into play. But all in all, we were able to work our periodization well enough so that the girls can be ready and fit enough to compete at a high level.
So if you were to rate their performance at this tournament, what would it be on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, I would say 11. But we are, I would say, about an 8. We are not at that full level where we really would want them to be, and our fitness coordinator and trainer, Chester Morgan, would have highlighted to me prior to coming what we needed to do to ensure that the girls are kept, in good tip-top shape, and we have been following those regimen, and it has worked out tremendously for us.
If you were to say there's one thing that stood out for you with the team and one thing that stood out for the competition, what would it be?
For the team, our ability to dig deep even when we were behind, we didn't get flustered. We were able to push even beyond the tiredness and be able to achieve what we wanted. The main thing I would say for the tournament, we really need indoor facilities in our OECS countries so that when we have these tournaments, the players and even the officials are not subjected to the blazing hot sun in the morning because we had to get rescheduled games because we have no control of the weather. So that was the major thing that would stand out to me, and I would encourage all governments, let's get our indoor facilities up and running in the OECS countries.
And I know one of your goals is to have Team St. Vincent and the Grenadines qualify for Netball World Cup. How are preparations going for that?
Well, when we get back home, we take a short break. We have a semi-pro league that the young ladies will be involved in, and then they have a short break between that, and then we get back to the courts for training.
Final question, what can we expect from the Vince Jewels next?
Well, nothing but the best. We would continue to push hard and represent our nation well. That's what we're out here to do, represent our nation, and that's all we can do.
Thank you so very much, Coach Batiste.
Thank you so very much, Stacey. And as the crew tries to get out of some light drizzle that started here on the court, the weather, I don't think it's changing. This just might be a short passing cloud. So let's see what happens. They are putting the measures in place that can keep the court as dry as best as they can so that we can start the final 2 matches. So that will bring us to the end of this broadcast as we close it off and we get ready for the final 2 games of this tournament. Cayman Islands will take on St. Lucia on court 1, and defending champion St. Vincent and the Grenadines will take on hosts Grenada on court 2. Both games are scheduled to start at 7 p.m., but of course, we're keeping our eyes on the weather. In the meantime, stick and stay right here on ECCB Connects as we get ready to close off the 2025 ECCB International Netball Series.
Yeah, yeah. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. The sky isn't even the limit. Girl power has us all in it. We surely making our mark, shining shining a light in the dark. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Yeah. We've healed the scars, now we're shooting stars, not just here for the ride. Moving with decency and pride. Women of the Caribbean, rising higher. Women of the Caribbean, yeah, rising higher. Every day. So let me hear you say yeah. One more yeah out there. Yeah. Daughters, mothers, sisters, rising higher.
ECCB Connects is the official handle of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. How do you know it's the ECCB? All posts and reactions made by the ECCB on social media will carry the username ECCB Connects and feature this profile picture. Other pages with the name Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, such as these, are not official pages. Like, subscribe, and follow us today. You'll know it's the ECCB by this profile pic and the handle at ECCB Connects.